right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We have the round of 8, day 1, set 2, game 3 to get to the round of 4. Coming up next.
Nice, that was actually so good. You
Pretty
planned that, or you just start rolling into that one? That was nice.
Well, I got the idea from the graphic that was on the screen in between the games during the break. Hope you guys had a good break, but you're gonna have an even better non-break because Top versus Genius Game 3 is coming up on Terminus Re.
Yeah, the map is Terminus, and so I don't think we're gonna see, despite Genius's clear addiction, I don't think we're gonna see any Void Rays. I don't think we're gonna see any.
You don't think we're gonna see Void Rays on Terminus?
That's like I don't know. It's just very difficult to pull it off. I don't.
What
think
about
we'll
Phoenixes?
We could see Phoenixes. I think it's more likely Genius will do something like a 1-gate expand or a Nexus First on Terminus.
1-gate expand, Nexus First into 2-base all-in?
I don't think so. I think maybe a Nexus First and the top does a Banshee Marine tank timing attack.
That might
happen. He doesn't hold it. Let's find out what's really going to happen here at the GSL Codes. Like giggling, we have a secret to tell you guys. And what's really gonna happen is that Genius dropped from the game, so we're just gonna we're gonna
have to restart the game here. You guys are gonna get to see those awesome introductory graphics again in just a moment here.
That was pretty funny. I was like, do I tell them or not? I was like, well, I should just tell them. And I told you guys.
And then he told you.
I told you guys.
But we're gonna start the game again really quick here. Countdown has begun again. Let's try that again. Terminus Re. Who's going to take the lead in this series? It'll be 2-1. Forever wins this game. They'll be in a commanding position. Top. Really trying to prove himself here. Genius. Trying to show that he still has what it takes.
It's Terminus Re, the remake.
Neither player has dropped yet. Let's find out what happens in the game. Man, I always have to like bob my head and like hit the arms of my chair like I'm playing drums. The intro music is so cool. And here's the nice soothing Terran theme going on in the background for. This is a Terran theme, right?
Yeah.
Would have been embarrassing.
Of course, man. Listen to those instruments. Protoss don't use instruments like that.
That's a good point. And speaking of which, here's the Protoss that does not play guitar.
MVP Genius.
Yeah, a little known fact about Genius is he actually cannot play the guitar.
You know what? Actually, I don't actually know that. He may be able to play guitar for all I know.
Making Void Rays is pure genius. That's Doa.
Clever Doa. And
hiding behind dinosaurs is also
there's a
pure
girl
genius.
With her stuffed animal. You thought Huck was the only one that carried around a stuffed animal. Nope. Fangirls do too.
They do.
I don't even know what that was about. I saw a picture of him like with a stuffed animal at MLG, but I don't even know what that was about.
Yeah, I don't know about that either. I actually hadn't heard. Well?
Did see him in his traditional hoodie though.
Yeah, you always have to have the Huck hoodie. It's the Hook.
Well, he doesn't wear it
tee.
here. He doesn't wear it for the GSL though.
Well, you know, he
Not
likes
lately,
to,
at least.
He has to put his makeup on and look really cool. That's what you do at the GSL.
True.
When you go to MLG, that was kind of his MLG thing. I feel like.
MLG thing.
But he did it in other lands
too. You know,
too.
I was actually wondering if it might be because, like, he was playing in kind of a public area, and the hoodie might be to, like, give himself a little bit of sort of tunnel vision on his screen or something like that. I don't know.
I actually tried that for a while, and it does really narrow down your vision. It's a good point. I'm sure that might have something to do with it. When you wear a hoodie, people stand behind you, you can't see them.
I've been wearing a hoodie. I wore a hoodie yesterday playing some games in the GOM house because I was sitting right next to the air conditioner, and like the rest of the room is warm, so they have to have the AC on. But if you're sitting right next to the AC, it's actually super cold.
Gets a little
like,
chilly.
I have to put on a sweater even though it's hot in here. Anyway, so we do have a very fast expansion from top, by the way. Genius has gotten his core up and 2 gases, so he is going to be doing some kind of tech here. Actually, he doesn't have any guys mining in one of his gases, so not sure what's going on with that.
Yeah, and the SCV sees that.
Maybe he just didn't want to get stolen or something? I don't know.
That's very strange he's not mining from that second gas just yet. And he's still not. I mean, it doesn't appear to be a mistake.
Well, it appears to be a mistake, actually.
Well, he doesn't look like he just forgot.
Oh, okay.
I think he just made the second gas and is deciding not to use it. I don't know. It's hard to say. It's very weird. Well, I'm just trying to solve this mystery. There's no answer. He's just not mining from that gas. Now,
maybe he's trying to just freak top out and be like, I'm going to go Void Rays again, Tee-hee. You better make all kinds of crazy preparations.
Maybe he's going to, he's maybe doing a 1-gate expand. And yeah, there's the Nexus going down. So 1-gate expand with the, he's going to use the second gas after.
The only thing I could think of is that he took that assimilator so that Top couldn't like steal it.
Yeah, or that to make Top think, he's trying to make Top think he was going to use it, but then not. I don't know.
But then he...
It's weird. It doesn't make any sense. He didn't show that he was using it.
Whatever.
Top, he did block Top from seeing the Nexus with that Stalker, though, so he has no idea about the Nexus. So Top is very careful. He does have a bunker already there. Reactor and Tech Lab being made. A quick robo for a 1-gate Nexus.
And does Genius actually know that Top is expanded?
No, he didn't. He blocked it with a Stalker. Marine, or rather SCV, tried to see, but the Stalker said no.
No, but does Genius know that Top expanded?
Oh, I'm sorry. No, he has no idea. He hasn't scouted at all.
So that's kind of interesting that he's gone for fast Nexus without knowing that. Anyway, but he does have those 3 gates, and Warp Gate research, I think, just completed.
Yep. Did.
So he's going to have 3 gates and a robo. He's going to be able to start putting out some units, and we're going to see what kind of strat he goes for next. He's going to get an observer out, and he may just actually send that to top of base and see what he's doing before he decides what to do next.
I think that's exactly what he's going to do. It's part of the reason why you have to get a robo with this. Some players would like to go straight into gateway, but of course there's a fear of cloak. When you haven't scouted, you don't really know what's going on. Plus, you get the observer out so that you feel like, well, it doesn't matter if I didn't scout, because now I can see what's going on and react accordingly. It's kind of a tough position to come from, though, when your opponent has a faster command center than you have a Nexus, and you haven't threatened him at all. He's just been able to get away with it. Top has gone up to just 3 barracks. We'll probably see him out of factory here. In fact, no, we're going to see him get a Ghost Academy.
Ghost Academy. And, you know, that's pretty good against the traditional, well, I don't want to say traditional, but the usual lately norm, the norm of late of getting a lot of Zealots and Sentries, that kind of thing. And that observer is going to, oh, is he going to see it? Yes, he is going to see it. For a second, he had it moved away from that location, but he sees the Ghost Academy.
And Genius actually made a Forge and Smiley Council, which is not exactly what you want against Ghost. He's also making an Immortal.
That's interesting.
But he's going to stick with his gateway composition. He's not going to make the robotic support bay, which would have been the better choice in this case, but he made those structures before he saw the Ghost Academy, so he's not going to cancel them.
I guess not.
They are, you know, this tournament is a really long rush distance, even though they're pretty close positions. I think he's just going to take a fast third and play very defensively, then switch into Colossi later.
It's kind of weird that, like, Top made the Ghosts in anticipation of Genius doing this, and then when Genius saw he was going Ghosts, he still did it.
Very true.
So, I mean, like, if he gets a couple of EMPs off that are going to be, you know, a couple good EMPs, Genius might just die here because the Immortal's not going to be worthwhile, and most of the Sentries aren't going to be worthwhile if he can clump them up.
He's adding these gates right now to try to help hold this. I mean, he did this gateway heavy mix with just 3 gates, and now he's not going to have a lot of units, not going to have charge. Stim is done, combat shields are done, and with these EMPs, I think Genius might just die right here.
Yeah, he does scan, and he sees that the units are spaced out, so he can't actually no, with like 3 or 4 EMPs, he could hit every important unit.
Just wants to play it safe, and
if they're
instead, he's going to back up and take his 3rd command center safely, add more barracks.
That's fine. It's a good move.
Good move.
Play it safe, because yeah, I mean, if he goes in there, he gets perfect EMPs, he gets a perfect attack off, he wins the game. If everything doesn't go perfectly, then suddenly he's in a really bad position instead of having a lead. So it's actually pretty smart to just go ahead and expand.
Robotic support bay is on the way now. So he went up to just 5 gates, adding a 6th one now. But he knows his opponent already has Ghosts out. He's going to switch into Colossi. The problem, though, is that the reactor to Starport's going to be done pretty soon. In fact, it's finished. He's switching it.
Wow. And he just scanned and he saw...
Did not see the bay.
Yeah, he saw the Forge and the Twilight Council, but he didn't see the Robo Bay. So he's making medevacs. I know you kind of want to start with medevacs anyway, but if he finds out there's Colossus coming, he's going to want to make some Vikings.
This is a pretty even game. The problem for Genius right now is he doesn't have his third Nexus up. Top already has his third Command Center up and running. He's had it up for a little while now. Genius just started his Nexus. He doesn't have map presence right now. He can never really punish the fact that Top went for that faster third Command Center. He's trying to make Colossi. He's in a fragile place right now. I don't know how else to put that to you guys, but basically, Genius can't be aggressive, and he's already behind.
Yeah. And, yeah, I mean, he made a couple... I don't know. I'm still really puzzled by his choice to go, like, Immortals against Ghosts.
Well, this could be one thing that puts him back in the lead, is if he can stop this drop. You guys will get a shot of it in a second.
No, he saw the Stalkers. He turned around.
Smart move.
Without dropping there. Nicely done. First Colossus is out, so that's actually going to make Genius a lot more survivable now. Because there's no Vikings at all, so that Colossus can just, if microed properly, just do tons of damage from behind. I believe Thermal Lance is almost complete as well.
Is he going to scan and kill this Observer? Nope. Going to attack here. I think this is a bad time to attack.
Well,
the first Colossus out and he sees it. Even with good EPs, this isn't a good choice. Look at that Guardian Shield perfect formation on the Zealots. They're all in hold position.
Interesting. And a second Colossus is out as well, so there's pretty much no way Top can break that now without some Vikings.
Yeah. But he's still at the third Nexus of Genius just finished. He just transferred his probes there. Top's ahead in supply. Already started Viking production. He's got +2 weapons, +1 armor on the way for his infantry.
And he's got a substantial amount of medevacs out as well, so he's going to be fine. He doesn't really need to make additional medevacs right now. He can just focus on Vikings and it'll be okay. Wow, there's actually no anti-air there, though.
Yeah, there's not.
There's some Stalkers in the main, but, like, there's not very many of them.
And Blink is going to be finished, so it's going to help. But like you're saying, he does need to start adding some more Stalkers in the mix, otherwise the Vikings are just going to cripple everything. This attack by Top, the one he's about to do, he's probably going to just hit the third base location. I think this is a well-timed attack, unlike his last one that he decided not to do. Fourth Command Center going down here for Top. Blink is done. Templar Archives on the way. These 4 additional gates are going to be finishing up here. So allow Genius to power out a few units. What I'd like to see, to be honest, is Genius make a Dark Shrine, start doing some harassment to try to get back in this attack. Of course, to cancel on that pile. He's going to kill a few probes. Will get out, though. All of his units.
And again, no anti-air means that Medevac has no repercussions for going and poking in however much he wants. So he's probably going to do the same thing we saw last game and just, like, drop and get up, leave, drop, get up, leave, over and over and over again. Top is almost maxed. Wow, I didn't even realize he was that far ahead in supply.
Yeah, he's just had that third base up for so long.
Genius just had a warp in, so he's up to 174 now, but he's still pretty far behind.
Drop comes down again. There's a photon cannon waiting for it. But with medevac healing,
photon cannon just goes down. He's gonna get a couple probes, and again, nothing Genius can do about that unless he puts a couple stalkers over there.
Looks like Genius is going to attack here, but very little anti-air. He's bringing his stalkers, though. How many Vikings are there out? There are 13 Vikings out. 13.
Oh, I was going to say he just warped in 6 High Templar, but he's made them all into Archons, so he's still not going to be able to feed back anything. Not going for Storm either.
Little drop again, this time in the natural. Same little drop ship.
Oh, and he's going to drop the main at the same time.
There is a photon cannon there.
But Genius again is just going for it. He's not going to deal with that. He's just going to attack. EMP's going off on everything. The Archons are worthless now. The Immortals also virtually worthless. The Vikings taking out every single Colossus. And Genius gets completely... No, actually more Stalkers coming from the back, though. I don't know if this is enough.
So he will clean this up,
but...
Wow.
I didn't realize there was a round of Stalkers behind there. Genius actually does take that battle.
Top has killed almost all of his mining in his main. And, you know, this little attack by Genius will eventually be held off with SCVs and the units that come out of barracks, whereas there's no answer for these units. killing the probes. Well, Zealot's trying to be an answer.
Yeah, and he's just gonna...
He is going to get this planetary. Or a planetary to be.
Yeah, but he loses that, but the time it takes for him to deal with that planetary to be, in that time, Top was able to get out enough forces he can hold off a counterattack. So now, Top is just sitting pretty. He's got 66 SCVs. Genius only has 42 probes right now. Almost lost the
production
Nexus.
tab, he's got nothing in production.
And he actually didn't even lose that command center, so Top's actually at 5 bases.
And Genius has a, that 4th base up and running, but it's not going to last much longer because Top is going to move out. He's just going to move out. He's going to do it. And Genius is not going to be able to hold very easily. Those Zealots are going to say, we cannot hold, and they're going to mean it. It's not like the 8 Zealots that ran into us early and said, we cannot hold. No, these Zealots, they can't hold.
They actually can't. Yeah, now that Top is very Marauder heavy, is he going to go for a drop?
Well, he might as well. He can pretty much do whatever he wants at this point. He's got total map control.
There you go, man. That Zealot, he couldn't hold.
We just paused for a second. He's like, we cannot hold.
He actually just stood there and didn't hold against that Marine. He actually was hold. Like he said, I cannot hold. But
he was on hold
position. He was on hold position.
What a liar.
Scumbag Zealot says cannot hold, but holds still.
He's like, I can't do it. He didn't want to, but he sacrificed his life for Ire. He held that watchtower. Maybe that's what he meant. He can't hold the watchtower. He couldn't hold that, that's for sure.
I don't know, man. So yeah, Top is sitting at 5 bases now. He's again jumped up 50 supply ahead of Genius, despite losing that battle before.
Yeah, this is... Genius, he's giving Genius time to try to remax, which is a scary thing, but...
Well, Top, he's not quite maxed yet. He may wait for himself to get maxed and then move out.
Yeah, this probe is going to spot at the south. The probe spots a command center going up, a planetary, and 2 dropships. That's the luckiest probe. That probe saw everything. Man, even sees this command center.
He's trying to build a pylon there for some reason, and he accidentally gets
that probe is like Sauron. He can see everything. Like Frodo puts on the ring, and probe's like, I see you. Looks at him.
Happened to be in the right place at the right time until those Marines came up. Now, finally, Genius is researching Storm.
Yeah.
And making some Templar that he's not morphing into Archons.
But look at all those ghosts right there. That's a lot of ghosts. That's about 8 ghosts. Mobius reactor finished, so the future ghosts he makes are going to be quite full of energy.
And Genius is backing off. He doesn't have Storm yet, so he wants to wait until he does.
And a little drop here. Even if he did have Storm, doesn't have very many high Templar.
The Ghost, EMP, everything. He goes in before Storm. The Colossus getting owned as well by, well, actually there's not many Vikings, so he's doing pretty decent amount of damage, but there's just too many units for Top. Top with a huge supply advantage, forces everything back, and Storm is not even complete yet, so, well, he could actually, Storm is about to complete, so he can't quite finish him off yet.
Yeah, he's going to have to wait, but he can if he wants to go back to the next and kill that. Ghost, no answer for the Cloaked Ghosts. And I think this may just end the game. Sniping some of these Zealots. They can't hold, man.
They, in fact, did not hold. Genius cannot hold either. Colossus is coming out here, but a single Viking's probably just going to pick it away. There's nothing that Genius can do. His 3rd base is in tatters. His 4th is coming under fire as well.
3 ghosts, a Viking, and a medevac kill a Colossus.
GG. OGS Top.
Taking a lead.
Taking a lead in this series. He's now up 2-1 against Genius and is in position to win himself a shot in the semifinals.
He's headed towards the top.
That's right, man. Climbing the ladder of the GSL.
Genius made some disappointing decisions there. Didn't deal with the drops very well.
No. His response to the drop is, move my army towards his main base and hope he brings it back or something.
Well, let's go back to the bottom. The bottom line is Top made a 3rd base and Genius didn't do anything about it.
Well, could he have done anything about it?
Not really. It's cross map, and that's kind of where this build order that Genius did, where he didn't scout at all, comes in trouble when he finds out, oh, you have a command center. He's like, he brings his observer around. He's like, oh, you have a 3rd base.
Yeah, well, I mean, he made the 3rd base right after he saw that Genius had everything that he had made Ghost to counter.
Exactly. And
So he's like, I don't know if I can win this battle, but there's no way you can attack me.
exactly. Plus, Genius went for the gateway heavy composition, got the Forge, got the Twilight Council, but only had 3 gates. And then when the attack came, he like freaked out and had to power up a bunch of gates, and then couldn't take his third base right away. So the third base up top was just going and going. And Genius had good upgrades, but didn't have any units, so he didn't feel safe taking the Nexus. And so there was just all this extra mining time that Top got, and that's where the part where you were like, whoa, you mean
Yeah, I was like,
Top is
whoa.
maxed out and Genius has like 150 supply?
Yeah, exactly. I was like,
Yeah.
whoa, Top is actually the 50 supply ahead randomly.
And Top is really known for his macro. His macro
Oh,
is
that's true.
really good.
That's true. He actually has one of the best macro of almost any Terran, actually. He is really, really good. I mean, I remember when he was in Code A, like, that's how he actually won his matches. He would lose these battles and then, like, still have a bigger army at the end of them somehow because he was just that much better at macro than anyone else in Code A at the time.
It's very true.
And that's how he was able to get to the Code A finals, and that's how he's been able to win his games
Been
to
in
get
Code A
here.
since. Or Code S, rather, sorry.
That's right. That's how he's been able to
He
succeed.
won
in
Code A
S.
and he's been in Code A since. We're like, what are you talking about, Wolf? This is Code S.
Well, remember back in the day, you could win Code A and still not get into Code S.
That's true. I'm glad that changed.
Not like now. Anyway, the next map is going to be Antigua Shipyard. It's going to be a very interesting map. It's a pretty large map. It's got a lot of ins and outs. A lot of what have you. We're going to see if Genius can tie up the match or if Top can clinch his spot in the semifinals here at the GSL Code S with Moltrap and Wolf.
And Top and Genius.
And Top and Genius. And Doa's in the crowd making cheerfuls.
He is.
And the Glitter Girls are holding up signs for people. And the British fans are here watching. And we're going to start the game right now.
At the GSL.